You find yourself at the entrance of a broken-down old shack. Some alluring smell draws you inside, and before long you are confronted with the hideous sight of the near-blind witch of infamy, Baba Yaga. At the moment, she is not aware of your presence. Will you talk to her? Attack her quickly? Try and steal from the table in front of her? Or leave without getting noticed? The forest opens up into a bare, rocky outcrop. Standing in your way is a huge, imposing, moss-covered statue. As you attempt to pass by it, you see its polished, rock-beady eyes suddenly blink into life. It blocks your way, holding its spear towards you. You will not be able to go forward. Do you fight this creature? Try and dodge your way past it? Search around the rocks? Or do nothing and leave? You notice a small clearing ahead of you, and hear the screeching of two ugly little creatures that you recognize immediately as goblins. Dirty, dangerous and disease-ridden, one scratch or bite will poison you. They seem to be guarding a small box. Will you attack them quickly? Talk to them? Sneak past them? Or do nothing and go the other way? The wind blows gently, and as you turn around, you see an elegant elf standing by your side. He introduces himself as Ashleaf, woodland elf of the Senlek Hills. What do? Ask him about your quest? Ask him if you can help him? Attack him? Or leave him alone?
My name is John Suede, trader to royalty, wizards and seafaring, independent sailors. Have we met before? I may have some useful items for you, matey. Want to see them, or are you here for something else?
Do you buy or sell something with John? Gamble with John with 5 of your gold coins? Attack John Swede? Or try and ignore this man? In the crimson moonlight, you see the shape of a dark and hairy beast. The grunts and snarls make you think that you are facing a wolf, until it stands up. This is a blood wolf, half man. Will you run away really fast? Hide behind a tree and stand very still. Attack the blood wolf? Or try and talk to it? As it's dark, you realize too late that you have stumbled into hundreds of fine, translucent threads that make up some kind of web. Before long, you are held fast. In the gloom approaching you is a huge spider. It clicks its mouth in delight as it sees its latest prey. Roll your fate. You can hardly believe your eyes as you see a small dragon in the clearing ahead of you. Although it's the size of a warhorse, this dragon must be quite young, perhaps only a couple of 100 years old. It stands on a small pile of gold. Will you attack it? Try and steal some gold? Talk to the dragon? Or do nothing? Some poor soul spent his last moments here. In the overgrown grass are the remains of what looks to be a former adventurer, much like yourself. He may have things of interest, or maybe you should lay his bones to rest. Will you see if you can find something on the body? Hold its skeleton hand and talk to it? Bury the bones, or leave the bones well alone. The air grows cold, and the wind drops. You are frozen to the spot as the most beautiful creature you have ever seen canters in front of you. The unicorn sways its head and bows down in your presence. It is believed they are the creatures of light and innocence. Roll your fate. Your nose senses this lumbering creature long before your eyes do. Under a stone bridge on the woodland path is a troll. You don't know if it has seen you yet, but it certainly will if you try and cross too loudly. So, will you try and cross the bridge quietly? Fight the troll? Try and befriend the troll? Or leave very quietly in the other direction? You black out and wake to find yourself in a huge tree-lined nest. The sound of a large gong is rung, and a golden armor-clad owl approaches you. This is Lord Kalia, and he seems to be interested in you. Decide quickly. Do you bow and be very polite? Attack the owl? Treat it like an equal and talk to it? Or stand still and do nothing? Walking through the dark woodlands, you reach an area that fizzes with an intangible energy. Through the night air, you see tiny bright lights floating towards you. As you stare at these orbs, you realize that they have faces. Choose now. Do you try and touch one? Try and talk to them? Follow them? Or try and leave this area? You have ventured into marshland. The air is still, and through it you can hear beautiful singing. Drawn to it, you wade through the sticky, muddy water until you come across an enchanting girl. Casting your eyes down, you see that her lower half is that of a slithering eel. Do you attack the siren? Block your ears? Listen to the siren's song? Or try and leave? Sitting by the fireside is a wizened old bearded man. He smiles, revealing a toothless mouth. His clothes are worn, but something in his eyes suggests there is more to him than first impressions imply. Will you talk to old Ben? Offer him 1 gold coin? Leave him alone? Or ask for his help? Walking down the path, you hear someone saying, "Good day," to you. Looking around, you cannot see anything until you hear, "Up here, human," from a crow that's sitting above your head. It looks at you as if it's expecting an answer. How will you reply? Say good day back to it? Tell it to go away? Throw a gold coin at it? Or just ignore it and walk off? A very curious creature jumps out in front of you. Although it looks half lizard and half human, you can see that its skin is writhing and stretching into other shapes. Roll your fate to see what it becomes. An old lady wearing brightly colored silks crosses your path and stops you in your tracks. She thrusts her hand towards you and asks, "Gold coin for your future? What will you do? Pay 1 gold coin for your palm reading? Ask what else she has for sale? Dismiss her and walk on? Or pay her 5 gold coins for advice?" It all goes quiet in the woodland, and darkness crawls across the ground from every direction. A sense of dread fills your heart, and you can see the figure of this huge dark Fey Lord. The hollow sockets from his crow skull face stares deep into your soul. Will you fight the Shadow King? Run away? Try and hide? Or bow down and worship it?